Okay, so we are trying to do the authentication. Okay, so we have Google login and sign out. So let's see what we did in our food donation website, and we'll try to do something similar here. Before we go on for the Facebook and other things, let's try to see what we did in the food donation. If I go to the food donation one, if I go with the index.js, you will see I have this piece of code. This piece of code tells us that how whenever I reload the page, this function tells us if user is logged in or not. If user is logged in, we save the information in the state, and we are also calling chat user action, which we will not call here now because we are only building the authentication system. We are not building the chat one now. So we will put this piece of the code in somewhere so that we can also call this. Otherwise, we will not know whether this user is logged in or not. So we will first do this part of the code now. So let's put this part of the code in our library so that we should know whether I am logged in or not. So I will go to my project library 1, and here I will go to the auth. I will go to auth action. So I already created the login Facebook, Twitter, GitHub, email one. I will create one more function called as export constant. I will name it as, you can name it anything. I will say Firebase auth system equal to, I will create an arrow function, and inside that arrow function I will write the code, which is nothing but this one. So I will copy this code and I will paste it here. And I will remove this get chat user one because that we are not building the chat part. If we want to build the chat part, then we might have done the same thing. Now here we don't have a store part here. We don't have store part here. So maybe I can pass a parameter called as dispatch, which is nothing but store.dispatch, and then I will call dispatch here, and I will also call dispatch here. So instead of store.dispatch, I am calling the dispatch, and store.dispatch will be passed here as a parameter. And when I pass a logged in, that means we are calling some logged in function which we have written already in the previous food donation website, and we will try to do the same thing here. So let's go there and copy the logged in part and logged out part. So if I go to my food donation website, I will go to action, my action, and I have this logged in part and the logged out part, and I will put that logged in logged out in my auth action.js. So this is the logged in, where I take the parameter, I saved into the local storage, and I save the user ID in the local storage, and I put it in the state also. For the logged out, I remove from the local storage and I remove from the state also. So whenever we refresh the page, we will call this function, and this function will check if user is logged in. It will put it in the local storage, the information in the local storage. Otherwise, it will put the information in the, it will make it logged out. But here we have to see that we will take not the email, we will take user.provider data 0.email, and we'll replace with this one, but UID will remain as it is. Yeah, so this one is this. Let me see what more is coming in the user. And this function I will call in the index.js. So in the food donation, we have the index.js where I'm calling this function. So now instead of writing this whole code, I will call from the auth action.js. So let me do that, and then you can, I will give you the code to copy paste. So I'll go to my library one, I will go to index.js, and here I will call Firebase auth system, and I will pass the parameter. Parameter will be store.dispatch. This store.dispatch is already there in the store, which we were using in the index.js. We're using store.dispatch. The only thing, we are passing the dispatch here inside this our system, so that whenever user gets logged in, we should be able to call this logged in and logged out state, and so that we should be able to put everything in the local storage. So I will call this Firebase auth system, and I need to call this. I need to import this function. I will say import Firebase auth system from where it will go to the modules, and it will go to the auth, and then it will go to the auth action.js. Now I will see whether it's working fine or not. So I will go to my page, I will refresh it. So I get this user is, this is nothing but which I put this console.log here, and I'm getting user part here. I am getting user inside. I am getting provider data. I'm getting 0 here. I'm getting display name, email, phone number, photo URL, provider ID, and UID. This UID is coming from the Google. This is not the Firebase UID. Firebase UID is this one. So I can say both, or I can say only Firebase UID. So if I want to save this UID also, I can also say I have this profile UID, which is nothing but this UID. So I am saving everything in the local storage also. I am saving in the state also. So let's see if I have the information in the local storage. To check in the local storage, I will go to the application, and I will go to the local storage, and we are saving it as a user object. So this is the user object, and this is the information we are saving. So that means we are doing correctly. We are getting the information. So do the same thing for this. First open the auth action.js and copy these two functions at the top. Then in the bottom, you can copy this auth system function, Then open your index.js and copy these 2 lines of the code. If I go to my food donation in the navigation, let's do little bit navigation changes. So if I go to navigation here, you will see I have the few code for the user, show user as a show user. So for example, if I'm logged in, I am showing the display name. I am showing the link to the profile, which we will not show this one, but I show the sign out button if I am logged in. Otherwise, if I'm not logged in, I show the Google login part. So I will use same thing, and I will try to do something for this one. So before going to this one, okay, let's copy this one and see. I will copy this one, and I will go to my library one, and in the library, I will go to my multi, and here we have the auth one. So let's go to the auth part. Let's go to auth.js, and here we are creating the links for the login or logout. Before creating the links, I will put this code. So I will use only show user part. I don't need other thing. And here we don't have the my reducer, so I will use auth reducer. And inside auth reducer we have, so we need to fix this auth reducer also because nothing is there here. So let's go to the food donation and see what we are doing in the food donation. We have the my reducer and we are saving all the information like this till provider ID. I will copy that here in my auth reducer for the state. So we have email, display name, photo URL, UID, profile UID, provider ID, and I will copy this logged in part in my auth reducer. Email, display name, provider, profile, provider ID, and I will also copy same thing for the logged out. I make everything null. And here in the auth one, I will go to this .props.auth reducer .uid, which is this correct UID. If we have this information, we don't need badge here. And here I will say this .props.auth reducer .display name. I don't need profile, and I need the sign out one. So let's make 1 and 2, or I can keep this as 1 and keep this as a 2. I don't need this one. I don't need this one for now. And let's make this as a 3. So we have the, instead of Google login, I will say f Google, this .props.f Google .bind. This is the Google login. And for the sign out, I will use this .props.f underscore sign out, and I'll say bind this one. So instead of these two links, I will call this for variable show user. and let's see how it goes now. So I have this one and this one. I remember this, my name was broken. I put it in the CSS. So let's put it now also in the CSS. So where is my name here? Let's see. I have style.css with this information. Same thing we have to do in the library. So I have in the style.css, but since I am putting in the auth.js, so I will remove from the style.css, and now it is broken, and I will put it in the auth.css because it should be related to auth only. It's not used in other place. And I'll see if I'm calling auth.css. So I have to call auth.css here, import auth.css. Now if I go, I am getting this correctly. So put the following code in the auth.css. Okay, now another thing, in the auth reducer, just replace the following code. Neha, now if I go to my nav multi in the, no, not nav multi, in the auth.js, import the auth.css. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so just now copy this auth.css in the auth.js. And then put this in the render, create this code. Uh, in the render, create this line of code and put it inside the render. Okay, and then replace the two lines of the code with a show user. Let's test it little bit. If I sign out, I see Google login. If I log in, I will see this information. So I'm able to successfully do log out and log in. Okay, so now I will commit this part for now before I start the Facebook part. So I committed the code now. Okay, now we will go and do the other login part. So now here I created the Google login. Instead, in addition to Google login, I will add more Facebook login, Twitter login, GitHub login. And here I will change the key to 4, 5, 6. And here I will say Facebook login. And I will say Twitter login. I will say GitHub login. And I will call the respective function Twitter and GitHub. And here I will add one more called as email login. I haven't created this email, so right now I will just make it Google only till I make that one. Here I will say email login. Let's make this 7. And here I will do the changes. I will pass E in all the functions, and I will pass prevent.default in all the functions. Just copy these 3 functions in your auth.js. And add the following lines of the code below Google login. Add following lines of the code. Now let's see if I'm log out, I will see all this on Facebook, Twitter, GitHub, email. And if I'm logged in, I will see only, I will see my name and the sign out. Now let's try to do the Facebook part. So to do the Facebook part, we have to go to the authentication part, and in the sign in method, we have to enable the Facebook enable. So you have to click the edit and we have to enable the Facebook one. And here we have to put the app ID and the app secret. So to get the app ID, we will go to the Facebook and see how it gives the app ID. So to get the app ID, I will go to the developers.facebook.com. And then I will go to the my apps. I have so many apps in the Facebook. So the one which I will be using, I will go to that app. Let's say I'll go to the what happened? This one, first one. And when I go to this first one, I will see this app ID in this one. Immediately in the dashboard, I will get this app ID. So if you have the app already, then you can go there. If you don't have the app, you have to create the app. So you have to create the new app. See, it's a add new app is there. You have to create a new app. Let's create a new app. Let's see how it goes. So for example, I can say my React app, or maybe I can say I can say generic app, and contact email is this one. I'll say create app ID and I'll put 4YAPQV. So app is created now. Let's go to the dashboard. Now I will get the app ID and I'll get the app secret also. I can use the secret also here. And then I put these two inside my Firebase app ID and the app secret. Okay, because if I use this one, I may not be able to use it because that app has to be approved by the Facebook and it takes few days of time to get approved from the Facebook. So you can use this one, but I will use this my one which is already approved by the Facebook because I did long back. So I can use these two and then I will go to the settings. In the settings, I need to add the domain. So domain should be this one, which we get it here. I will put that domain and press enter. And this is the URL I have to put. I have to choose a category. For example, I'll say entertainment. I'll add the platform. It will be the website. And what is the URL? So URL will be this one. I think let's put this one. Let's see if it takes this one. Okay. Yeah, it is saved. So I put the URL of this one and I put the domain of this one. So I took this URL and I'll say save. So I saved the Facebook information. Now I'll go to my page and I'll try to log in with the Facebook. So I'll sign out now. Go to the console.log and I'll try to log in with the Facebook. So I logged in with the Facebook. My email is this one. Display name, my email in the Facebook is this one, my photo URL, UID, provider UID and UID. So all looks good. My name is same in the Facebook and I'll sign out now from the Facebook. if I go in the database, I will check. So you don't have to do anything on the code because code is done. You have to just do settings here. I will check in the food donation or in the library. I will see the user. So I have now. So I logged in with this user, facebook.com, and this is the information which I logged in. Now I will. So I think I see the information of Kate here. So maybe Kate, you have taken my details of the my Firebase. So in the my Firebase, you have to put your details. This details should be yours. So you might have copied my details, and that's the reason. Yeah, just check your my Firebase.js. Is it same as this one or it is different? Do you see this one or same? If it is same, that means you are taking my details, and that's the reason I see your information here. Okay, so okay, it's okay. Now we'll go here. So I was able to log in with the Facebook. Now let's go with the Twitter. So for the Twitter, I will go again to authentication, and I'll go to the sign in method, and here I will go to the Twitter, and I will enable that Twitter part. And I need this one also, and API secret from the Twitter site. So let's go to the Twitter, and we have to get this information. So maybe I'll say developers for twitter.com. Let's try this one. Okay, this one, there's nothing like this. Developers, Twitter. Okay, dev.twitter.com. I'll sign in. Sign in with. Okay, so we have to log in the Twitter account. And then we have to go to, let's see where we have to go. I will go to accounts and users. Let's see where I get it. Okay, let's try this one. Let's try this one. They have changed the interface. These people change the interface every few months. Last time I did it, it was different. Now it's very different. So we have to find out exactly where is the where is the settings. Let's let's try to find search it in the Google. I don't know where it is. It's API key, Twitter API key. Okay, so this is your authentication. Let me find out. This is only information, not the real one. Okay, this is a token. Okay, so we have this. This is the URL apps.twitter.com, and here you can create a new app. I have already few apps there. Let's see which one I'm using here for this website. So this one has no, this one is not the one. Let's see this one. And if I go settings, I use 024 and if I go to key and access token 024. Okay, so this is the one. So once you go to your apps, you have to go to the app, and the number of the app for you it will be different number, and the keys. So for you it will be this number will be different. Instead of XXX, you have some different number and the keys, and then you have to get this API key, which you have to put it here, and you have to get the consumer secret, which you have to put it here, and you have to get this URL, take this URL, and you have to put that inside the, let's go where exactly. So you have to put in the callback URL. So callback URL. You might have different URL. The Firebase URL, you have to put it here. This is my URL. You have to use your URL. And the website, you can put this one. So for you, it will be different website. So this is how we set the Twitter part. Now let's check if Twitter is working fine. I will log out and I will log in with Twitter login. And I'm able to log in with the Twitter. I'm not getting email from the Twitter. I'm getting display name. I'm getting photo URL. I'm getting profile ID. I'm getting provider ID. So maybe there is some scope we have to add for the email. Right now, I don't have it. I need to search which scope will be there for the email. So this is how about the Twitter. These settings you can do later on by watching the video, and you have to go through one by one setting. It will take time because each setting will take about 30 minutes, 15 minutes to 30 minutes. So I don't want to waste so much time. You can go later on by watching the video and then going through all these settings. So let's go to the GitHub. I will make the GitHub enable, and I'll get the client ID, client secret from the GitHub website. And if GitHub wants me to put the URL, I will put this URL in the GitHub website. So let's go to the GitHub and see what GitHub is expecting. API key GitHub. Let's go to the GitHub. Let me go to GitHub one. This also I'm searching. Everybody has changed the things. So GitHub one also, they have changed a lot. I'll go to the my settings, and then I'll go to the applications. Okay, no applications. Developer settings. Okay, let's go to this one. Okay, so this is the URL for the GitHub. And then I'll go to, you have to create a new OAuth app, and you have to fill all the details, your name, homepage URL, and callback URL should be nothing but what this one is, a callback URL, which you get from the Firebase. To put that here. I might have already put all the details here in this project. So this is my client. Once you put all the details, you will get client ID, client secret, and you have to put the callback URL like this here. So this is how you set in the GitHub. So let's now try to log in with the GitHub. I'll try the GitHub one. So once I log in with the GitHub, you can see my email is there. It's a GitHub. This is UID. This is a photo URL, and all information is there. So this is all about these four methods: Facebook, Twitter, GitHub, and you try to do it same thing what I did now. And if you have problem, let me know tomorrow. If you face any problem, we will solve that problem on your machine. So tomorrow, what I will do email login part. So we will do email login tomorrow. And once email login is done, we will be done with this project. And then from the Monday, I am starting the MyFlix website, which I yesterday taught. This is called MyFlix website. We will be doing that website from Monday. And we will do some other website also if nobody is there. If we three are there, we will do MyFlix plus other website. But if other people will come, then we will do only MyFlix in this month, in January month. So that's it for today.